Welcome to the podcast Selling Real Estate with Kelly Cook, where we will discuss the latest and most relevant business strategies to help you do one thing extremely well: sell more homes. We'll discuss everything from business planning to lead generation and conversion to past client customer service and everything in between. Join us for authentic conversations and nuts and bolts takeaways you can implement into your business today. And now, Selling Real Estate with Kelly Cook.
We have Kelly Cook with us today. Kelly, how was your vacation? If you guys didn't notice, we skipped a week last week because Kelly was on spring break. We talked a little bit about it before we jumped on here. It wasn't super springy, but how was it overall?
See, just when you thought spring break was over for good when you were done being a student, then you're going to have kids. And then spring break comes around again and you have a chance to hopefully, experience that with them, right? And an excuse to go somewhere. I don't know. Right. So we did. We took a little time off, took the kids out to San Diego, but it was rainy and cold the whole time. So it was way nicer in Phoenix, actually.
Yeah, which is not what you expect when you're going to San Diego, want to go see the ocean. But,
No.
That's the luck, right? That's
yeah,
okay.
right.
I'm sure it was still a great time staying inside, packed up with everybody.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. I got to work on some marketing.
Ooh, all right. So that's a great time when it is, you don't want to be outside. You get to sit back and focus on your business. And, those, I think a lot of the time we get really caught up with the direct lead generation of it all, the prospecting and the chasing. But when you get time to actually sit back and think about what other methods you can take to improve your business and, attract people to you, that's through marketing. And there are some really easy, inexpensive tools that you have at your disposal to get your marketing going, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Kelly, what are some great, inexpensive or free, really, ways that you can market yourself if you've never done that before, or maybe tried marketing and failed, or, just couldn't do it? What are some other alternatives?
Well, first of all, you should try marketing to fail, right? If you're not failing, because no one's perfect. So if you're not failing, you're not trying enough, right?
Right.
And you need to try something. And if you try hard enough, long enough, something's bound to stick, right? So that's my first encouragement to everybody is definitely be trying something. And if you fail, it's okay. It's okay.
You don't get discouraged. You get back up.
You don't lose.
Yeah.
You just, you win or you get experience, right? That's it. So anyways, there's a few things here, and these are going to be fairly straightforward, especially the first one, because not everyone does this, though, believe it or not, and that's email. What? Okay, Kelly, come on. I have email, right? Like, duh. What are we doing here? You're not wasting your time listening to the rest of this podcast because it's back to basics. And in a market like this, you got to get back to basics, and you have to be marketing. You have to have, like you said, more than just a lead generation system. You have to have a marketing system. You have to build your brand, and you do that primarily through marketing. It's a spoke in the wheel to try to, obviously grow your business and have a good flourishing business. Email, not just like, hey, respond to an email and what are you doing? And how's this escrow going or something like that. No. Email with a system of, and that could be regular email, it could be video email, but an email system in which you are, you have a certain frequency that you are reaching out and hitting a certain demographic type of people, your database, a certain area of town, zip code, neighborhood, whatever it may be, a consistent amount of time. There's that word, consistent, guys. Consistency is the magic pill. If you want to go home and swallow that magic pill tonight, then just take a big fat dose of consistency, because that will get you there. But the problem is it won't get you there very quick. It's like going to the gym. Everyone wants to go and they bust their tail. But the reason why come February 1st, there's not near as many people in the gym as January 1st is because
they didn't see results right away.
They worked out, maybe pretty hard and consistently for a month. And they're like, hey, I still have this, whatever I'm trying to lose. This is dumb. I'm gonna cut it back to
not
twice
worth
a month.
It. Yeah.
Right. And then it's once a week, and then it's, never, right? Or maybe once a month and it's never. So, but if you stick at it at a long period of time, it will happen. It just does. It cannot help itself. So consistency with email, with anything really, when it comes to a business, right? Especially in real estate, but email specifically. What is your targets you want to hit? How often do you want to hit them? And when you do it, you should try to have some value, right? Something tangible, some takeaway that someone can gather from your email. Purposeful. It can't just be something you just send saying, hey, how you doing? And you're sent it to a bunch of people. Now, if it's your past clients, checking in to say hi to them is a great thing to do, but it shouldn't all just be email. But email could be part of that plan, that strategy. But if you're cold emailing people, which is part of a strategy, you should try to be purposeful about it and try to provide some sort of value, not just say, how you doing? I'm a real estate professional. Can I help you? Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody, it's going to go in the delete, junk, spam, everything, unsubscribe folder as fast as you can possibly click a button, right? So don't do that. You have to have strategy. And here's the thing. Email is the number one marketing thing or channel for the highest return on investment. Why? Because email is not very expensive. That's why. So that's your staple, your number one. You have to have, and you have to have a consistent strategy in your calendar to be able to execute that. Right. Number two is going to be a kind of a general blanket one. Social media. Duh. Yeah, but hold on. As many of you just said, okay, come on, this is not rocket science. How many of you are doing it on a consistent basis? Yeah, you can hear a pin drop, right? Mm-hmm. Because there's that word again, consistency.
With a plan.
With a plan. By the way, guys, it all works. It all works. Way more than these three things work. But these three things are the highest return on investment, the easiest to use, and because they are so inexpensive, that's why it's the highest return on investment. And they all work, but you have to do it consistently with a plan, with a strategy. Again, best thing to do, if you can't do a year in advance, a marketing calendar, which we do, then do a month in advance, do a week in advance marketing calendar, and just follow it. And it's that simple. Okay. But it takes planning. If you're going to do a video to go on social media and you're like, what do I say? Well, you know what? So that you don't sound completely, for lack of a better word, dumb, you may have to spend some time planning. You may spend some time to figure out what you want to say, how you want to say it, the structure in which you want to say it, and therefore you deliver it in a meaningful manner that's purposeful and somebody actually wants to hear. Now, will you appeal to everybody? No, but you're trying to appeal to the demographic or the specific types of people that like what you like. That probably your tribe, right, of people, that sort of thing that you have the most in common and rapport with without them maybe even knowing. And by the way, be yourself. Please be yourself, because everyone wants to be this perfect person on the camera, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with trying to be perfect, but the reality is that no matter what quirkiness you have that you think someone else won't like, guess what? Someone else will, because they have that same quirky thing too. And they're like, hey, this is awesome. We have this quirky thing going together. I like that person, right?
And so, if you're trying to hide anything on video about your personality or anything, I mean, the idea is these people are going to become your clients. They're going to know you well. You can't hide it forever. They're going to know the real you. So just be upfront and honest, and yourself, your real personality, from the moment you press record on that video.
It'll shine through. Absolutely. It will shine through. So video is the big one when it comes to social media. Do you have to be on all the platforms? You don't have to be. If you were, that's awesome. But again, that takes more planning. It takes more strategy that you could do if you made it a big thing, if you made it a big rock for yourself.
And Facebook now, just a little tip here, Facebook and Instagram, both, I believe, because they're both part of the Meta now, you can actually schedule out your posts. So it's not like you have to, I want to post every, Thursday at 3:00. You can schedule those out and, be so that you can use that as a part of your strategy to do it consistently, right? Do a batch of videos all at one time, put them into Facebook, schedule them out for Facebook and Instagram. And that can be a huge ease when you're trying to create a good strategy around social media.
No doubt. I love it. Did you say the word batch? Because that's a great word.
Batch, yes.
Batch, yeah. So put them all together, do them all at the same time. Yes, if you have to, bring multiple shirts, right? It just is what it is, because not everyone has the free time to stop what you're doing in every single day of the week and stop and do a video. So you batch them, and then you can release them all at once throughout the week. Like you said, that's a perfect example. It just came out on Instagram just a little while ago. It's a big deal. Because, before you had those third-party sites, right, that you could actually use as well. It's been around for a long time, but I never quite trusted them, right? I feel like the algorithms of Facebook, Instagram, et cetera, knew it was a third-party, like, free service or whatever you're paying for. And like, they didn't like that. And so they weren't going to show it to as many people. No hard proof. I don't know, but I felt
just
that
a
way.
Feeling. Yeah.
Because the likes were a little lower. Maybe it's just a terrible video I did, but like the likes were lower than normal and that kind of stuff. So, but now if they're offering it native on their platform, their algorithms will like it just as much as a manual post, right? Yep. So use it. Absolutely. So big thing. So video is huge. Go with video and make it purposeful, make it meaningful as best as you possibly can to your tribe of people. All right. So big thing there to do. Number three that I like, and a lot of people don't do, which again is so simple, guys, is we all know this is Google's world and we're just living in it, right? Unfortunately, that's what it is. So whether you're a plumber, whether you're a real estate agent, or whether you're a attorney or whatever it is, you need to have a GMB, Google My Business, Google Business Profile. You have to have that set up. And by the way, guys, that is FREE, free, $3.99. My favorite price. So go to Google and get your business profile set up today if you don't have that done. Fill it out. It will tell you if you have some things missing, if it's 40% complete, 65% complete, whatever, right? And do everything you can. Yes, it takes some time maybe to answer some of these questions and get these things, but you need to do it to have it fully complete so that Google will then boost your business and your location, et cetera, to more and more people that are searching for something similar to that when they go into Google. It is a no-brainer, guys, and it's free. So, I just can't stress that enough. But like you said, we were talking offline, Elizabeth, you said that you'd be surprised at how many people don't have that set up, right?
Yeah.
And they have a business. Well, but I'm a real estate agent, so I don't, I'm a real estate agent. Yeah. If you're a real estate agent, you're a business.
You have a business.
You have a business. Okay. You don't have to have, 10,000 people on your team or whatever, right?
Or even
a
brick and mortar store or anything like that to consider it a business. Like you might not even have a physical office, and that's okay. You still should have a Google My Business page, because when somebody looks for your name or your team name specifically, that's when that nice little thing pops up on the side with all your information, your phone number right there. They don't even have to click into anything else. Isn't the, accessibility of your phone number and your email address just right there on Google's page, isn't that something that you want? Of course it is. So definitely get that set up.
And have you ever heard of the word evergreen? This is the definition of evergreen. You set it up one time and you forget it, right? This is the best part about it. So if those of you are like, oh man, this consistent schedule of social media and email, and well then do this one, number 3 here. Set up your Google profile and you can forget about it because it's set up and Google will never take it down as long as you're in business and in good standing.
As a fun fact too, if you are really into social media, like if you are posting on all the platforms, you are all about it, and you're creating video content, you can actually post it to Google My Business as well. So Google My Business has like a blog feature, so that when, like I said, that sidebar pops up, it can actually have your latest video on that sidebar as well. So somebody can, again, access your content, your face, get to know you directly through Google. So when you're posting to your social platforms, if that is something that you do want to commit to, don't forget to post as a social platform content to Google My Business as well.
And so, Elizabeth, so it will be just like Instagram, where you post something and it sits there until it gets dropped into pushed down in the feed, but it's always there. Yes.
Yep. Just like a blog on Google itself. Yeah.
Love it. Well, I would highly recommend to do that. And you know what? I'm going to check with Abby, our wonderful marketing manager, because I don't know if we're even doing that, to be honest with you. I'm very transparent when it comes to our podcast and my business in general, right? Like we don't do everything perfect. I promise you we don't. We fail forward fastly because we try to do things that, are difficult or challenging. And if we miss the mark and we fail, we learned, and then we know how to get better for the future. Because if we're better, our clients are better, our agents are better, everyone has a better experience, and ultimately the business just gets better.
Hey guys, I feel good. I'm teaching Kelly things right now. Marketing is my background. He's got all of the investing and real estate stuff when we do that. But this one, I actually get to teach Kelly a few tricks here. So
I love it. I love it.
For me.
Drop your knowledge, Elizabeth. Absolutely. No, I appreciate you saying that and any knowledge you have, because certainly not one person knows it all. But I appreciate you guys listening to this podcast, because hopefully we're finding some sort of value to you with these 3 simple things, right? There are more. There are more that you could be doing, but these 3 simple things will take you extremely far in your business. Extremely far in your business. And guys, you'll get more clients. Your clients will start liking, following things that you're doing, just being yourself. And here's the thing. Let me give you a point on this. Don't post everything about work. Don't. Be yourself, right? I don't care if you're a workaholic and you work all the time. don't do it. Post some things about just random stuff, right? That has nothing to do with how great you are as a salesperson. Yeah, vacation, your kids, your sports that you're doing, your little quirky things you do when you're maybe it is about work, but it's not, because you're showing a house and there's some quirky things in some of these houses, let me tell you, right? And you see something that's weird. Well, other people might think that's funny too. So let me go ahead and take a picture and put that on the line, right? On social media and see what happens, right? Just that kind of stuff. Just be more cognizant. And I'll admit to you, I'll share this to you as well. I'm the last person, okay, that loves at the end of a day to think about, or throughout the day, let me document my day. Let me go and put something on social media real quick, right? That I just did, whether it's cool or not, right? But it's kind of what you have to do, right? And it's part of having that social media presence that
what Gen Z does all day, every day, I think.
I know, right?
You gotta adopt some of those.
Guys, I'm Gen X. I know. I'm old. I'm Gen X, and I had to learn this. I used to think 12 years ago, my wife is, a few years younger than me. So she was a little bit more like Gen Z, but she's not Gen Z, right? And more like a millennial, right? And she just was all about it with her kids and her family. I'm like, this is why do you want to do that? Who cares about putting our stuff out there for anyone to see? I just want to go to sleep or watch Sports Center, right? Something like that. And now I get it. Now I wait 12 years ago, I wish I would have been doing it consistently. And is it more work? Yeah, it is. And does anyone care? I don't know. But what you find out is actually people do. They do care and they do like it. Maybe it's only a handful, but those people will be your tribe and they will support you in things that you do. And if your business is one of the things that you like to do, they will probably support you on that too. And what better way to, organically grow a business, at least one spoke of your business, right? Because you can't just all go all in and all your eggs in one basket on one aspect. So it's awesome. Yeah.
Levels
exactly
to it. Almost every company, for the most part, large company, has a marketing department. Maybe you don't have a full marketing department, but you can be that marketing department for yourself, just with those things that we talked about: email, social media, and Google My Business. You should be doing all three of them, but if you pick one and focus really hard into it, and make that successful or purposeful, all the better. But Google My Business is one. Don't leave that one off the table. Do that one for sure.
100%. I'll leave you with this. I'm going to probably mess this quote up, but there's a quote by John Maxwell in one of his books that was awesome. And he says something like this. People tend to do business with people they like. And how would he say? And then he says something, and then in the event they like you, they don't like you, but they think you're good, they'll still do business with the people they like that aren't as good, right? Now I completely butchered that quote. But the point is that they get to know who you are authentically and they like you and like your style, what you stand for, what you're about, your hobbies, whatever. Then there could be someone that's more qualified than you in some aspect, in this case, real estate. But they'll probably still use you because they like you. That's the point, right? And so put your personality out there for people to see, and the people that like you and that know you and want to be around you because you have similar interests, they'll find you. And you'll have more fun working with those people anyways than somebody who's crabby that you don't like.
Yeah.
Bottom line, there you go.
Build better relationships and generate more referrals that way too. So because they're going to tell everybody, yeah, use my buddy, right? He did a great job. Because that's the other thing too, is that I think that these days friendships look different than they might have years and years and years ago, where you actually got together every Friday night for drinks or whatever. A lot of people that I really only interact with on social media, I'd consider my friends, right? And so you're kind of building friendships for your business through social media or email or whatever it is, and people use their friends. So that's it. There you go. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, we'll wrap this one up. Kind of got back to basics today. I know that we've had some guests and we've talked, about what's been going on in the market and things like that. So wanted to have some good, solid advice for any agent, no matter where you're at, kind of in your experience level. So there you have it. And we will see you guys all next time. But if you are looking to build your team, as I say every episode, please go to buildyourrealestateteam.com, download Kelly's guide there so that you can get started on that for this year, and post about that too. Hey, make sure that you're letting people know that you're growing your team, right? That's great content for your social media. Kelly, if anybody has any questions for you or wants to see any of the social media stuff that you're doing, where can they reach out to you?
Yeah, always, guys. 480-227-2028. You can call or text or email at info@cookandassociatesaz.com.
Wonderful. Well, we will see you guys next time. Bye, Kelly.
See you guys. See you, Elizabeth.
Welcome to the podcast Selling Real Estate with Kelly Cook, where we will discuss the latest and most relevant business strategies to help you do one thing extremely well: sell more homes. We'll discuss everything from business planning to lead generation and conversion to past client customer service and everything in between. Join us for authentic conversations and nuts and bolts takeaways you can implement into your business today. And now, Selling Real Estate with Kelly Cook.